Dizzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. In today's video, I will talk to you all about my September makes. So September was a bit of a busy month for me work-wise. We still had the Island House open for part of September, and yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of time in my sewing room, unfortunately, but I did manage to get 4 things finished, 4 things that I love. So that's always good. That's a big bonus, I think. So in no particular order, I'm just going to go down the list. Starting with my new Rhapsody blouse by Love Notions, which I made in a beautiful purple cotton fabric from Core Fabrics here in Montreal. This was my entry in the Sew Purple to End ALZ 22 challenge hosted by Michelle from Michelle Sews Again here on YouTube. I talked about this blouse in one of my Friday Sews videos, and I also posted a picture, obviously, to Instagram to participate in the challenge. But yeah, I love this blouse. I've made the Rhapsody a few times now. It is one of my TNTs. I managed to get the fit just right for me now. Yeah, and I can sew it up fairly quickly, except obviously for the binding. There's bias binding everywhere on that blouse. But I love that I can change up the collar a little bit. So I made one in the spring with the ties that hang down that I can tie up. I made one in early summer where I had joined the binding so that it created like almost a bridge across the V-neck, which I really like. And for this one, I basically just put the bias binding in the V and then around, but put no ties on there. And that version does come with the pattern. You do have the explanations as to how to put that one together in the pattern. So, and if you choose different fabrics, I mean, it really doesn't look like the exact same blouse because of the V-neck variations, and different fabric kind of drapes differently and falls differently. In this cotton, it looks a little more structured. I think a little more dressed up, you know, because it doesn't have the ties, which give it a bit of a casual look. So yeah, love this pattern. Not much else to say about this blouse, really. The fabric is gorgeous. It fits me, and because of the color and because I made the long sleeves this time, I'll probably be wearing this all winter long. It's just really nice, and it's great for video calls when I'm working from home. So project number 1 was a big success. I love my new Rhapsody blouse. Before I move on to make number 2, I should probably give you some of the specifics in terms of sizes and alterations I made. So I make size XL in pretty much all Love Notions patterns. So my Rhapsody is a size XL. I didn't grade or change anything. It's an XL up and down. I made a 1/2-inch narrow shoulder adjustment, which is something I have to do for most patterns. And I shortened the length at the lengthen and shorten line by 3 inches. My first version, I don't think I'd shortened it, or I'd shortened it by 1.5 inches. Yes, my first version, I'd shortened by 1.5 inches, and I still found it was too long. So I removed another 1.5 inches at the same spot. So basically, whenever I shorten things with Love Notions, I shorten them under the waist, because for some reason, the waist hits me at the right spot. So whenever I need to remove length, it really is below the waist. So yeah, shortened by 3 inches, a 1/2-inch narrow shoulder adjustment, and a straight size XL, and it fits me like a glove. The second project I made was another top. This was the Sophia top by Sinclair Pattern in a beautiful, I think it was a bamboo rib knit from Core Fabrics again. So this is a beautiful, beautiful navy. I like the bow detail here. I like my new top. Now, not the easiest project to sew with this fabric. The fabric is absolutely stunning and it is buttery soft, but it's very stretchy. It's got weight to it. And yeah, it's not the easiest thing. My machine did not enjoy sewing with this fabric at all. So next time, like I did all that I could on the serger, but the neck detail with the modesty panel, you can't use the serger. Well, you could use the serger. I'm not yet good enough with the serger to get really precise. So I had to use my machine, and my machine did not enjoy this fabric at all. But got there in the end, and I love my new top. When I make this again, and I will make this again, I will do a narrow shoulder adjustment because I did not do one on this top and I should have. And I'm going to shorten this by at least 2 inches. It's a little bit long on me. It hits me at a weird spot. So I kind of have to tuck it, but not really tuck it because I don't like to tuck things in. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful top. Again, perfect for my work from home wardrobe. It looks really nice on a video call. But I can wear jeans or even joggers with it. It's, yeah, very, 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 very nice. I made the size. What size did I make? I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember what size I made. I'm going to look on my pattern and add it up on the screen. But yeah, no grading, no adjustments other than, actually no adjustments at all. Next time I'm going to make adjustments. But yeah, highly recommend this pattern. It's easy. Like the instructions are very, very good and it's not hard to put together. I think my fabric just made it a little more difficult than it needed to be. I would imagine that in a, I don't know, a different, maybe not a rib knit, but maybe in a cotton modal or a viscose jersey, it might, oh, actually, it would be amazing in a double brushed poly. So I might do it again, just without the bow. I don't know how many tops with a bow I need. But yeah, I have a couple of cuts of double brush poly that I think would make a really cute Sophia top. So yeah, it's a great pattern. Number 3 is probably my favorite out of all of them, and I like the first 2, but this one is my favorite and probably one of my proudest makes so far. My new pink Stanton hoodie by Cashmerette in a cotton jersey, or no, it was a pink sweatshirting from Minerva. I added some shoulder or some color blocking at the shoulders, the cuffs, and the hemband. And actually, it was remnants from this sweater that I used for the color blocking. I absolutely love my new hoodie. Love, love, love my new hoodie. It fits me perfectly. It's comfortable. It wasn't an easy make, but I took my time. I did have to unpick the zipper a couple of times. And next time, a few viewers left me some tips and tricks to putting a button into, not a button, a zipper into a knit garment. So I think next time it'll be easier. But yeah, I mean, I love it. Love it. I wore it a few times already. And I really like that pink on me. It's a fabulous hoodie. I just love it. I made my usual size 18 EF bust, graded to a 20 at the waist and hips. I did a 1/2 inch narrow shoulder adjustment and I think that's it. I didn't shorten this. No, I didn't shorten this. And I did everything else according to the pattern. So I did the zip up version, obviously. You can do a full hoodie with no zip. Yeah, it's not much else to say. I just love my new hoodie. And there will be more. I'm definitely going to make the version without the zipper. It's just, cashmere patterns just fit me well. I mean, they design for curves. I have a bust. I mean, yeah. They're good. They're very good. So yes, so number 3, huge success. And the final make for September was one that basically took me all month to make. I even started it in August, if I remember correctly. So I finished the baby quilt that I made for our nephew, whose wife is expecting their first baby. So we were invited to the baby shower and actually went to that baby shower the weekend that the weekend of October 1st. So we took a bit of a road trip and went to the baby shower, delivered the quilt. It was a big hit. Everybody loved it. And yeah, it's a very, very cute quilt. Very simple design, very simple to sew, very easy to sew. Yeah, I went a little bit fancier with the quilting. I decided to go with free motion quilting with flowers all over it. But free motion quilting is quicker for me than straight lines with the walking foot. So it took me less than an evening to do all of the quilting on that quilt. So yeah, the finished size is 40 inches by 50 inches. So it's perfect for a crib. It's perfect for a playmat. It's perfect to cover the car seat. I mean, it's a nice size for a baby quilt. Now, I also finished all 3 parts of the video quilt along here on my YouTube channel. So published part 3 last week. So in part 1, I talk about the fabrics I chose, which, because I knew it was going to be a little girl, I went with soft grays and whites and pinks. And then we cut our fabric. In video number 2, we piece all of the blocks and put our quilt top together. And then part 3, which was the last part, we baste, quilt, and bind the quilt. So yeah, it was a very nice project to work on. I was happy to get to work on a quilt, especially after working on the Stanton hoodie, which was fairly involved, the Sophia, which was at times frustrating because of the fabric. It was nice to have that quilt ready for me to get back to it. Nice, easy project for me to sew on. And that's it. Those are the 4 projects I finished in September. I think all 4 are a success. I love my 2 new tops. I love my hoodie. And the baby quilt was very, very appreciated. So I think, yeah, so September was a very successful month for me in the sewing room. So what do you think? Which one of the 4 is your favorite one? I would love to know. Just put it in the comments. Also, if you have any questions about any of my projects, the constructions, the instructions, the fabric I went with, the size I went with, whatever, if you have any questions about the projects, please do let me know in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you are having a great week. Thank you for stopping by. Please give the video a like on your way out if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.